Okay, so I wanted to talk about the Balenciaga advert. I was waiting to see why Balenciaga stated they were leaving Twitter because Elon Musk. Now, I'm not a fan of Elon, but I wasn't buying it. And also, I was wondering if Kanye would be opposed to Balenciaga if they were still in a partnership. Did he get wind of this? Or would he been like all the other celebrities who have some type of endorsement deal with them and kept his mouth shut? Just something in the back of my mind. But yeah, I wasn't buying that they were leaving Twitter because the way Elon Musk is running it and he's running it into the ground. I cannot believe that they set out there and put that out there as if they thought this was going to be a shield or something for them and nobody was going to find out and start talking about what they are into. Balenciaga featured a campaign with little girls holding plush teddies who were dressed in BDSM. If you need to know what BDSM is, please go ahead and look it up. It is for adults. It has to do with being bound. I would say 50 Shades of Grey type stuff. So you have this picture of this baby. I'm not gonna call her a child. She's a baby. She has no idea what she's doing. She has no idea what she's holding. And this was made for children. That's what was put out there, that the teddy bear is a backpack and it's being sold for children. Who sells something like that? It has on a mesh shirt, collars. Then when you see everything in the ad, no child should be in the middle of that. As an adult, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of that. Now, the article said Balenciaga finally cops to mistakes in disturbing BDSM ad campaign, condemns child abuse amid scandal. I call BS. And I don't find it funny that in this article they're trying to make a joke. They weren't content to grin and bear it. That's not funny. Amidst fiery backlash, Balenciaga has doubled down on its stance for the controversial ad depicting children alongside bondage-style attire and a child pornography court ruling. Yes, it is disgusting. Kering-owned fashion house released an apology on Instagram post Monday. We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in the narrative. The luxury couture company wrote the statement, which has been associated with the likes of Kim Kardashian, which was referring to a series of ads featuring children in Balenciaga apparel holding plush toys wearing bondage attire. The brand quickly pulled the ad and now is condemning the controversy campaign. Our plush bear bags and the gift collection should have not been featured with children, so why were they? You're not going to tell me that a billion-dollar company is not crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and watching where every half penny goes. They know what they want to see in those ads. They know the image that they want to put out there. They are testing the waters to see how people react. It goes on to say this was a wrong choice by Balenciaga combined with our failure in assessing and validating images. Bullshit. The responsibility for this lies with Balenciaga alone. And so they wrote a novel. It says, we would like to address the controversy surrounding our recent ad campaign. We strongly condemn child abuse. It was never our intent to include it in our narrative. The two separate ad campaigns in question reflect a series of grievous errors for which Balenciaga takes responsibility. The first campaign, the gift collection campaign, features children with plush bear bags dressed in what some people have labeled BDSM inspired outfits. Our plush bear bags and the gift collection should not have been featured with children. This is something that they're saying people have an idea about, but they're saying they shouldn't have been featured with children. So which one is it? I can't. This was a wrong choice by Balenciaga, combined with our failure in assessing and validating images. The responsibility for this lies with Balenciaga alone. It does, but they're still trying to throw these excuses in there. There's no way I'm going to believe that a huge couture big company is not going to have an airtight seal on their image and whatever they want to put out there. The second separate campaign for spring 2023, which is they want to ring it in, they're tired of waiting, which was meant to replicate a business office environment, included a photo with a page in the background from a Supreme Court ruling, United States versus Williams 2008, which confirms as illegal and not protected by freedom of speech the promotion of child pornography. All the items included in the shoot were provided by third parties, confirmed in writing that these props were fake office documents, that they came from the filming of a TV drama. The inclusion of these unapproved documents was the result of reckless negligence for which Balenciaga has filed a complaint. We take full accountability for our lack of oversight and control of the documents in the background, and we could have done things differently. So you mean to tell me that they had a photo shoot? They know the color scheme, they know the fabric, the outfits, they get the models, they get everything ready. They have to put it and organize it in a certain way so it can be aesthetically pleasing. And you want me to believe that somebody just grabbed some documents, or a third party vendor was coming in doing this for them, and they put that out there and nobody took the time to look at anything through the process to the final ad and then putting it out there? They just put it out there. They just rushed it and put it out there. Nobody was paying close enough attention. I don't believe it. Like I said, they're not taking responsibility. They filed a complaint, and I hope with this complaint that whoever was participating in this and put those papers and documents, which I believe was requested, out of all the documents, they got a document from Law and Order. Is that what they're trying to say? It's offensive because they really think people are stupid like that. They do. They believe their own rhetoric. They think they're better than, they think they're smarter because they have money and success and wealth. But they think people are stupid enough to believe this. But they're just relying on the people who can use this as an excuse to continue to have contracts with and do business with. And there will be celebrities who continue to keep their mouth shut and do business with them. They said, while internal and external investigations are going on, we are taking the following actions. We are closely revising our organization and collective ways of working. We are reinforcing the structure around the creative process and validation steps. We want to ensure that new control mark a pivot and will prevent this from happening again. We are laying the groundwork with organizations who specialize in child protection and aim at ending child abuse and exploitation. They were exploiting those children. The nerve. We want to learn from our mistakes and identify ways we can contribute. Balenciaga reiterates its sincere apologies for the offensive we have caused and extended its apology to talent and partners. Again, F their apology. I don't accept it. They're disgusting. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't afford Balenciaga, but even if I could, I wouldn't. I have never cared for this brand, and this just seals it for me. Why I didn't care, because I mean, I'm sorry, but everything that I ever saw from them was ugly to me. And there have been more pictures that have been released. I'm so glad somebody released this. I think it was offensive to them and that's why they released it, but I'm glad someone did. People have been studying the pictures. They show a teddy bear in a mesh shirt, a picture of an image with horns, and a hooded cape that could be seen as a Grim Reaper cape. What you always see, death, and that cape. There is yellow tape that looks to say Ba'al. And when I looked up any information about this, as I already know about Ba'al, in the Bible. And it says here, Ba'al is a god worshipped in many ancient Middle Eastern communities, especially among the Canaanites, who apparently considered him a fertility deity, one of the most important gods to them. As Semitic common noun, Baal meant owner or lord. That kind of that kind of makes me think, because like the Bible came from the Dead Sea Scrolls, but there was a lot changed in it. And that basically is what's in there. Every time they talk about quote unquote God, they say Lord. Oh my God. Anyway, that's a whole other topic for a different day. So, a Baal was a winged creature, and the arrows indicate archer, which you could think maybe Valentine's Day. This is why people don't celebrate holidays. But there are several gods of fertility, even with Easter. That's also, I forget her name, which is a goddess, but the celebration of Easter deals with fertility as well. And the worship of Baal was popular in Egypt as well, and the Babylonian Empire, and known as Baal in the Greek Empire. So, if you know anything about the story of Canaan and the Canaanites, they practice child sacrifice. You have a little boy standing in the middle of all of it. The cape, the picture, has people depict the devil, which is not really how it looks. It's just this depiction. The teddy bear, the tape, and everything. They have this baby standing in the middle of it. And also, what's interesting, when you look at Balenciaga, and you can call it a conspiracy theory all you want to, Baal is in the name of Balenciaga. Okay, I wanted to talk about Michael Borman's art. Balenciaga scrapped this ad campaign that features a book in the campaign. Now, they said they are selling office attire. I personally do not understand how you would have this book in this advert selling office attire, because when I think about going to the office, I think about professional outfits. That's it. There is no way in hell, unless you're into this certain thing, unless you like to play around in this area, that you would ever have a book like this on your desk in the office. And I'm starting to think people at Balenciaga and the people who rub elbows with them have this book in their office. But it's crazy how something could be in the background and you're told to stand here, pose like this, and do that, and you have no idea what you're promoting. You think it's just the clothes. You think it's just this. They're spending all this money. We think it's just they're spending all this money for you to buy their clothing. But all of this stuff is in the background of an advert when it has there's no reason to have this in the background, because it has nothing to do with fashion or clothes or anything. So like I said, all of this stuff is bigger than what we think, and a lot of people are very in tune to things right now, to energy right now. if you take a look at Michael Borman's work, it is depressing to me. It is not art to me. It's giving Aleister Crowley. It's giving devil worship. It's giving playing in the spiritual realm. It's giving he should be locked up for even attempting to make images like this. Now, Michael Borman is a painter and filmmaker. So he has painted images of young children that have been castrated. Babies. These are babies. You can tell they're very young. Castrated, picking up human limbs that have been ripped off of a person. It almost seemed like there's a ceremony that's going on. When he is inspired to make art, this is the type of thing that he makes. And it has to do with children, which is even more putrid than if he had even had these images of adults, which would have been disturbing. But Balenciaga decided to put that book up there. They said this was great. This is what they want. This is the energy they wanted in their advert. This was not something that was overlooked. Like I said, they're testing the waters. They're testing the energy just to see how people will react. And a lot of people said they're such a big brand, they won't be canceled. Of course, these celebrities will be pushing them, but we'll see. Okay, after a year and a day, Kim Kardashian, who is affiliated with Balenciaga, said, "I have been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga ad, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened." I call bullshit. She wanted to speak with them just to see how she could smooth it over because the public is outraged and she wants to stay in the public's good graces. And also she doesn't want to fully go in on Balenciaga because what I find funny is they went in on Kanye West, they went in on Kyrie Irving, they were dragging them like it was the worst thing that could ever be done. But you have a whole company that is pushing sex and children together. This is pedophilia, this is abuse, this is exploitation. This is what they go to third world countries to do, to the tune of probably more than the last time I checked. It was $52 billion that was in the child sexual exploitation market. She didn't jump out there and just say, oh my God, I'm outraged. You saw the adverts. You saw what was going on. She needed a minute. She needed a minute. These celebrities need a minute. These rappers need a minute, right? Because they have Balenciaga all up and through their songs. And I haven't heard anybody say they don't agree with this. They are coming out denouncing this like they want to denounce a movie that was on Amazon. I feel for the children of Kim Kardashian. I wonder, would she sell her children like, or go over the line like her mother. She, as a woman and a mother of girls, can be affiliated with Balenciaga, ball in the name of Balenciaga, child sacrifice, pedophilia, harming children. This is Hollywood. These peoples, certain celebrities are sick and they are awful quiet about this. They were outraged about Kanye, KYRIE, and the worst thing that happened in 100 years, Will Smith went on stage and slapped somebody who needed to be slapped.
He's the blackest white guy I fucking know. And then all the negative things we think about black people, this fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger?
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man I have ever.
Amazing. I don't think he could do that.
What?
I don't think he has those
There's
qualities.
only two.
I mean, no, you don't even understand.
Really?
You don't really know him. Like, I've worked with him.
No, like your bit about.
I wouldn't use it anywhere.
No, exactly. These two.
We say nigger on stage.
On stage.
You guys don't. That's
That's
interesting. Two teams
That's
here.
the difference between.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We say
can pair
nigger on
up in
stage. You
different
guys
ways,
don't.
but that's definitely a pairing. Who
We
says
say-
nigger on stage? We don't.
Well, you just did.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
You and me say nigger in private.
No.
These two guys don't. I don't believe he says it in private
I've
much.
given it up just because it's plain.
I don't believe it's. I don't think you've ever said it probably in your life.
No,
I don't
never.
think. No. Yeah, that's it. That's the huge difference between you and me, I think.
Well,
That's
you
what I've said.
found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I seek it.
I mean,
So
I'm going to find a way.
Yet they have said nothing about this brand. The rappers are quiet, the models are quiet, the celebrities are quiet, seeing how they push this brand to people. This just shows that all that glitter is not gold. And just because these people look happy, there is another side to all of this. I'm not saying all people who are celebrities get involved, but to be outraged at someone watching a documentary, yet have not an ounce of smoke whatsoever for a brand that is pushing illegal sexual imagery of a minor, devil worship, child sacrifice, harming children, castrated pictures of children, the violence. You are a piece of ish and no one should take you seriously. I hope this starts to be the downfall of celebrity. They are being very open and playing in everyone's face. I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think and I'll see you in the next one.
Always.